blow. The International Monetary Fund downgrades its forecast for global economic growth by 0.2%. The IMF says the momentum is, quote, ever slowing and increasingly fragile. How will this affect the Philippines? For more perspective, we're joined now by John Forbes, Senior Advisor of the American Chamber of Commerce. Good evening, John. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Good evening, Mitzi. It's nice to be here.
Good to have you. Now let's start from the previous report on the oil slump. How do you think this is affecting the global region and then the Philippines?
Well, actually, for many economies, the oil slump is a great advantage because the cost of oil is much less. The cost to the economy of imported oil is much less. So in that sense, it benefits the Filipino consumer. So we're really talking here in your question about the OFWs in the Middle East who may be laid off. But if I recall, in the global financial crisis of 2007 and 2008, the last people to get laid off were Filipinos. And in fact, the remittances that were expected to fall during that period, a decade ago, actually did not fall very much. So I expect the same sort of thing to happen this time, a slight decrease in the increase in remittances, which is occurring now, and some layoffs, but I don't expect a big crisis.
Yeah, well, you've worked extensively on improving the economy in the Philippines. You've lived here for many decades now?
Well, yes.
Right, and then with the Arangkada, which is the 10-year roadmap, you talk about, improving jobs, improving the economy. What would you say now are the priorities? We're moving into a new leadership, of course, with the election.
Well, yes, I think this outgoing administration has had significant successes. And macroeconomic has been very good. The peso has been stable, depreciating a bit, which benefits exports. Inflation is the lowest in 20 years. Tax income is up. There's a lot of fiscal space for the government. The budget is $3.3 trillion. That's a doubling of what it was. Foreign investment is up significantly by 500% over 2010. Not as high as Thailand or Malaysia, or Vietnam, but certainly up. And a lot of spending in social infrastructure and health and the like. So I guess the first answer to your question is that the next president should build on this success, not reevaluate, not change, etc. And of course I would mention infrastructure spending is up and corruption is down. So building on that means to continue seamlessly and then to do more. There are other areas. We in Arangkada identified 7 sectors that have the most potential for growth, and some of them are doing very well. And manufacturing is up, tourism is up. A third one that is very rich in jobs, agriculture, unfortunately is not. It only grew at 0.2% last year, and an average over this administration of 1.2%. So those 3 sectors, agriculture, tourism, manufacturing, could create, even in the next administration, 5 to 6 million new jobs if they're properly managed.
Exactly, very big challenges there. Among all the candidates running for president, who do you think has the best platform to address these?
Well, I've only seen 2 specific platforms. I've been looking for platforms on the websites. One was presented at our March 1 forum of Arangkada by former Secretary of Finance Gary Tevis on behalf of the Vice President. It was very detailed. And the other one is one program of governance, 5 pages long, of Senator Poe, not as detailed, but also thoughtful. I've been looking elsewhere. Secretary Rojas spoke to NBC recently. He had some ideas that he put out there, which are very sensible for the most part. And next week, Mayor Duterte will be speaking to the same audience, so I think we're all looking forward to his ideas. I think generally the feeling is that it's a good thing. Growth has been 6.2%. It's in the major economies in Asia, after China and Vietnam, it's the 3rd highest. The Philippines has a good thing going for it. It should keep on going, and it has the potential, particularly with a lot more spending on infrastructure, to grow at a faster rate.
Hopeful scenario for the Philippines then.
And basic poverty is actually starting to decline.
Yeah, thank you very much, John, for your insights. Hope to have you again.
Good, and let me advertise. On our website, Arangkada, Philippines, lots of suggestions for the next president.
Very good
and his
analysis,
team.
yes.
Good.
A lot of good food for
Right.
thought there. Thank you
Pleasure to
very
be
much
here.
again.
Thank
Thank you again, John Forbes, Senior Advisor of the American Chamber of Commerce. And that's the newsroom for you this evening. I'm Mitzi Borromeo. We leave you with tips on how to avoid heat stroke. Thank you for watching. Good night.